Hi guys, my name is Drama Shinyu. Welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into Alice in Borderland Season 3, the return of one of Netflix's most intense Japanese thrillers. Spoilers ahead, so if you haven't finished the season, turn back now. Let's jump right in. When Season 3 began, the biggest question was, after everything Arisu and Usagi went through, after escaping the games and returning to the real world, what more could there be? The show doesn't just rehash, though. It asks, when your memories are gone and your life seems normal, is that enough? In this review, I'll cover how the games are structured, what works and what doesn't, and how the side characters enrich or sometimes weigh down the story. I'll also talk about how this season brings closure or new beginnings. Setup and premise. To set the stage, after the events of Season 2, Arisu and Usagi have returned to Tokyo, but with no memory of the Borderland. They build a life together, even marry, and try to move forward. That calm is shattered when Usagi disappears under mysterious circumstances, apparently pulled back into the Borderland again. Arisu receives the final card, the Joker, from Banda, now a citizen of Borderland, forcing Arisu to return to rescue her. So the stakes are deeply personal this time. It isn't just survival, it's love, memory, identity. One thing to note, this season is only 6 episodes. That shorter length is part of why some pacing issues pop up. But back to the games. Games and structure. The games in Season 3 are styled a bit differently from earlier seasons. Because Arisu and Usagi are separated at times, we see parallel tracks of challenges. Here are a few standout games. Sacred Fortunes Episode 1. The season opener presents a shrine-based game. It's more psychological and tonal than outright violent, setting up mood and stakes. Zombie Hunt Episode 3. This one is a great blend of classic Borderland tension with a twist. Here, empathy works against you. The rules push players into ideological corners. When do you sacrifice someone? Who gets infected? The zombie mechanic and limited vaccine cards force harsh decisions. One more thing about this game. There is one plot hole, which is that they said there are vaccine cards to treat the zombies, but we never saw it. They rushed a lot, leaving some plot holes here and there. Runaway train. Usagi's track. Poison gas, narrowing corridors. Limited neutralizer canisters. Tower of Terror, or Bingo Tower, Episode 4. Scaling Tokyo Tower while pressing buttons, dealing with height, betrayal. It's visually striking to watch it. The Joker Tournament, Possible Futures. The final game that defines the season arc. It introduces the choice of what future to accept, with temptation, memory, and desire, pulling characters in different directions. What works for this series is that the games feel more symbolic. You see less brute action and more gains inside heads. The Joker game in particular blends fate versus free will in a way that's dramatic and emotionally loaded. What sometimes slips for this series is that with 6 episodes, some game transitions feel rushed. Some rules are unexplained or rely on character intuition more than clarity. A few stakes that might have needed build-up get resolved too quickly. And because the focus is often on Arisu, Usagi, some side games or side tracks, especially for new characters, don't always land as strongly as side characters and their arcs. Season 3 introduces or expands several side characters whose backstories and decisions color the narrative. Here are some key ones. Banda, formerly a villain antagonist, now a Borderland citizen and major player in the Joker games. He becomes the one pulling strings again, tempting Arisu, testing loyalties. His role is more nuanced, not purely evil, but obsessed with the nature of the game itself. And I guess obsessed with Arisu too.
What's that? What's that, brother?
Ryuji Matsuyama, a professor obsessed with death and the afterlife. His motivations blur in this series, like, does he want knowledge, redemption, or chaos? Rei, Sachiko, Tetsu, Nobuaki. These are among the new players allied with Arisu's group in the Joker arc. I think they had huge scope in exploring their stories, but they missed it and explained it in hurry. What's clever for this series is that the show often gives side characters mini moral dilemmas that feel personal, not just pawns in Arisu's journey. When side characters betray or sacrifice, it resonates because we have glimpsed their inner lives. This is what I liked about them. What falters? Some characters vanish or make big decisions without enough build-up, which can make their actions feel sudden. Highlights, themes and critiques. What I loved. 1. Emotional core. Arisu and Usagi's bond is tested in new ways. What if you can't remember your past, yet you still feel compelled? That tension is powerful. 2. Game design meets metaphor. The games this season reflect internal struggles, fear, guilt, hope. The Joker game especially feels like a final exam for their souls. 3. Strong visuals and pacing. Some episodes are beautifully shot, especially Tower of Terror, or moments during memory flickers. Finale with room for expansion. The ending ties up many arcs but leaves a door open. A tease with a Watchman character. A hint toward a global spread of Borderland. We see something in LA and a waitress named Alice. What didn't fully work? Pacing and episode count. 6 episodes left less room for breathing. Some big emotional beats feel hurried or underexplored. Rule ambiguity and plot conveniences. Some games' rules or mechanics aren't fully explained, and sometimes characters just know what to do. Criticism from fans. Online, many have voiced disappointment. Some feel the emotional depth of earlier seasons is diluted, that the regression of characters is lazy, that the new villains, like Banda or Yaba, aren't fully realized, or that the conclusion, especially the Watchman twist, is rushed. Overall, though, I'd say Season 3 is ambitious and mostly succeeds in giving this saga a meaningful, bittersweet ending. Conclusion and final verdict. So, where does that leave Alice in Borderland Season 3 in the bigger picture? While shorter runtime and tighter pacing limit some potentials, the emotional core holds firm. The side characters, even when imperfect, give weight to the world beyond just Arisu and Usagi. And if I compare all season of Alice in Borderland, then character-wise, Season 1 is in top, followed by Season 2, and then Season 3. Storytelling-wise, Season 1 is in top, followed by Season 2, and then Season 3. Game-wise, Season 3 comes on top, followed by Season 2, and then Season 1. Ending-wise, according to me, Season 2 had the best ending. Then comes the Season 1, and then Season 3. If you liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment your favorite game or character from Season 3. What twist surprised you? What would you have done in the Joker game? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.